Greetings and welcome back to room 303 in our Talks with Walt, as we are calling our readings through the deathbed edition of Walt Whitman's Leaves of Grass. We turn now to a little poem, A Prairie Sunset. This is poem 46 of the 58 of Sands at 70. And we're back now to poems in Leaves of Grass that celebrate the prairie. As we've commented a number of times, you'll remember the prairie states as well as the prairie grass dividing, and then of course Night on the Prairies. And in each one of those poems we commented in one way or another that Whitman loves the prairies. He loves the fact that he can see the prairie as a powerful symbol. Now, our assumption is that you've been with us at LearnStrong.net, down that left-hand side, Talks with Walt, our playlist, of course, and that you were with us for those poems I just listed, as well as, of course, the introduction to Sands at 70, and we just finished with Stronger Lessons. Our Nortons will tell us that this poem was first published in the New York Herald, a publication that published a number of these Sands at 70 poems, March the 9th, 1888. Now, let's remember that for Whitman, when he talks about the prairies, he's talking about what? Missouri, Illinois, Iowa, Kansas, Nebraska. That's kind of his view of what the prairies are. You'll remember that we said he traveled to Denver through those same prairies in 1879, and that's all he ever really saw of these prairies. But he did see the prairies as the symbol of the future America, even once saying so much that he thought maybe the future of America was tied to the prairies themselves. Now, sunset, you'll remember from Song of Myself 21 and The Power of a Sunset. I love this poem because it shows instead of tells, which some of the greatest poets of Whitman are those poems. Notice, shot gold, all the colors. By the way, pay attention to all the colors. We commented on this when we were doing drum taps. Whitman's grasp of the power of colors. Shot gold, maroon and violet, dazzling silver. You'll remember dazzling from Song of Myself 25. Dazzling silver, emerald, fawn. The earth's whole amplitude and nature's, notice it's capitalized, multiform power consigned for once to colors. We're going to get colors, by the way, 2 more times now. The light, the general air possessed by them. Colors till now unknown. It's true that beautiful sunsets often will defy language. We can't really put a color to it, right? No limit confined. Not the western sky alone. The high meridian, we'll think here of Cormac McCarthy's Blood Meridian, that classic novel with the use of meridian. North, south, all. Pure, luminous color. Fighting the silent shadows to the last. I love that he uses the verb fighting. It obviously takes us to drum taps. And I love that shadows to the last, because obviously if you're looking at a beautiful sunset, you want to hold on to it in some ways as long as you can. Well, what are we saying here at 2A? I think this is just a beautiful statement of prairie sunsets that often are translinguistic. They're beyond words. And because they're beyond words, they fill us with a sense of awe. I think at 2B, all of these colors and the references to the sunset is, I think, another way for him to talk about America as itself being this amazing thing that often is translinguistic. You can't put words to it. At 3A, I have to think about Thoreau's Walden, that 1854 offering, because Thoreau plays the same game. We've given full lectures at LearnStrong.net on Walden. He does the same thing. He plays the same game of trying to capture the power and the beauty of nature, and he finally has to come to this moment where he says, I just don't have the right words to say it. But of course it's an experience that we've all had at 3B, and so I'll ask you, what's the most amazing sunset you ever saw? And you never wanted it to end, but ultimately it had to end in the shadows, right? Thank you.